We're back. We've been MIA for a few weeks, I know.
That's the longest we've ever gone without putting a video up.
Yeah, but you know, when the boys came, we just really took time and enjoyed their company. And now we're staying with some friends in Palm Coast. And yeah, we've just been taking a break over the holidays, but we're back now. And one thing that has come and gone recently that we wanted to share with you is a landmark anniversary.
Kind of came and went quietly.
Yeah.
In late November, we actually crossed over being full-time in this van for 3 years.
Yep. 3 years anniversary.
Years. And it just, I can't imagine it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
It's just flown by.
It's crazy. So I think this video today is just going to be a little stop and chat and kind of look back on things that we loved and things we're looking forward to in the future and things we've learned about
random chat.
Yeah. Random chat.
Random thoughts after 3 years on the road. That'll be the title. We can do that.
Yeah.
We should plan this out better.
We should. What's one of your favorite things about being on the road?
I would say the best thing about this life we've talked about before is the freedom of it. Just to be able to go where you want, when you want, and finding new places and new things to do whenever you want. That's been my favorite part of this.
I enjoy seeing something new for the very first time. You can't, and even if it's something you end up loving and you go back and see again, you can never replace the feeling of seeing it and just being in that moment for the very first time.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and the unexpected surprises that come along with it. How many times if you watch our videos, they're like, we're just not really planning our route, we don't make reservations, we don't go real far. That being said, without going far, and we've crossed the continent east, west in the last 3 years 9 times, I think. And then we've been up and down both east and west coast and the Gulf Coast many times. Most of that's been in different areas. We've seen, it's such a, there's so many back roads to see, and the only time we've gone places multiple times is because we've really liked that area.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how much country we've covered in 3 years, and there's only a handful of states we haven't seen. That's kind of in the central part of the states. But we've crossed Canada a couple times, and so.
And speaking of back roads, that's another one of my favorite things, is staying off the freeways and taking just the back roads. You really get to see and experience people.
Yeah, we have
and small towns, and I love, that's one of my favorite things.
I was gonna say, maybe that might be my favorite thing, is all the people we've met in this life, either through the YouTube channel or just meeting them on the road. And I mean, we have met some of our best friends, or people that we've met because of this lifestyle.
Yeah. And
we've met them, I mean, some people we've met 2 or 3 times on both sides of the continent in different places. And
yeah, I'd say if you need your faith in humanity restored, get off the freeway.
Yeah, well, the freeway is no fun either, just because of the traffic, and really big cities we avoid that whenever we can, because the traffic can be so bad and people get a little aggressive. You know, they're in the hustle bustle of that kind of lifestyle, and I always tell people that, you know, for us, it's really stressful for people that live in a, you know, RV driving, because you're driving your house around. You know, if you're in some, you know, wherever you may be in the country, maybe you're just passing through, and a simple fender bender, it's not like you just, you know, if it's our previous life, you're in a car, it's an inconvenience, car goes to the shop, you gotta run through car, life goes on. You could be someplace you don't really want to be, and now your house is in the shop, and it could be months, and now you're living there. So it can happen anywhere, but we just find the stress of the aggressive drivers and the heavy traffic load is just, you know, maybe that reduces our chance a little bit. At least it feels better.
Yeah, we have used the freeway just to make some tracks sometimes, but it's definitely not, I would think that will fall under our things we dislike about traveling, but we have control over that normally, unless we're on a tight schedule. But back to the unexpected surprises. It's by far one of my favorite things. And when you're traveling the back roads, like when we left Georgia's shop when it was so hot, we wandered up into upstate New York to escape the heat, and Woodstock 50th anniversary was happening. Is that what, 50th?
Yeah.
And we ended up going and seeing John Fogerty, and it's like, it was completely unplanned, and because we don't plan, I know we miss things along the way, undoubtedly, but I'd rather be surprised by finding
She loves
something.
surprises. She does love surprises, and it is cool. But you're right, sometimes we pass through an area and we find out later what we could have seen, but we look a little bit, but for the most part we just kind of roam around, and that's been a really fun way to live.
Yeah,
It's a simple life. It's a very simple life, and it's just different than you're being on vacation and trying to do and see all these things. So we missed something in this area. We'll come back again another time. You know, there's always that. But
yeah,
I don't know. There's so much to love about this life that I don't know. We could go on forever about that. But that's the main things for me.
Yeah. Now, something I dislike, and I learned a lot about it this summer and fall, is urban camping.
Urban living in a van.
Living.
Yeah. So
Not a fan.
For those that follow us know, we've been building our dream van for quite a while up at the Humble Road shop in New Jersey, and we were living in an industrial parking lot working on this van, and it was a great experience. It was great to work with George, and the van's still being worked on while we're here in Florida, so it was worth it to do that. But we learned that, I mean, there are people that live in vans that live in cities and have jobs, and they stealth camp, and that's their lifestyle, and it works for them. It would never work for us. We always tell people we don't live in the van. We chase good weather, we chase good fun adventures. We don't live in the van. It just gets us places. We found out that when you're in an urban area and the weather can be really crappy and you're stuck there, you live in the van. If you have to be stealth camping, then you're stuck in the van and you can't put the lawn chairs out. It's not the type of lifestyle that we enjoy. I guess it works for some people, but there's something for everyone.
Yeah,
but for us, it was like no urban living. Sometimes it's a necessary thing to do, and it's, you know, if you're visiting people, that's a different thing.
Oh yeah.
But just to be in a city and hanging out and parking on side streets every night, we do it, you know, quite a bit, just traveling, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, another thing about this nomadic lifestyle that is kind of a dislike, and it's one of those things you have to, like, this, you know, missing family and friends.
Oh yeah, that's
back
hard
home.
and especially around the holidays.
Yeah, try to weigh out that being back to see people because you miss them and you want to be part of their life, and be on the road because you love this life. So we try to maintain a balance. So yeah, that's a toughie for sure. So looking ahead, we will be back on the West Coast this spring. We have this van for sale right now as we wait for Vagabond van number 2's arrival, possibly next month. It actually cleaned up nice. It's weird. It's like living in a house, and when you're getting ready to sell it, you gut everything and scrub everything and clean everything, and then you end up kind of not wanting to sell it because you're like, dang, this looks nice. When we cleaned it out and took the pictures, we realized that we really did take good care of this thing, because like it looks. Someone even commented on a Facebook post that, other than the stove, it doesn't look like anyone's actually lived in it. But I guess that goes along with, you know, it gets us places, but we don't really live in it. So but yeah, I'm really happy with how well it's maintained, and we've really worked hard to keep it nice. We didn't know we were going to be building a new van and selling this, so it's been very well taken care of. So I will be sad for it to go, a little, you know, strange to leave it, but I mean, it'll be awesome for someone else to have it. And
yeah, I'm excited to see where the next person will take it. Because I'm looking forward to the second van, and it will be a little weird. What's going to be weird is if we pass this van going down a highway somewhere. That's going to be the weirdest thing for me. I'll be like,
yeah. But I'm it's like when we sold our real home, and we sold a bunch of things, And then there was so much, when we downsized our life to really have a minimal lifestyle, a lot of things were difficult to let go of, but what made it easier was we wound up giving a lot of our stuff away to people that really needed it, you know, and that made it, you know, it wasn't like just selling it and getting rid of it. It was actually something that was important to us for more sentimental reasons, if nothing else. And we found that that's not a reason for us to hold on to too many things, but to give those things to someone else who will cherish them, who really need them, was a cool thing. And so that's kind of with mixed emotions on the van is, you know, it's if someone gets this and enjoys it like we did, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's just a material item that has provided an amazing life for us, but
you know,
we'll be okay passing that on to someone else, knowing that they will continue and get to experience some amazing things that otherwise they wouldn't have.
I think living this life has made us more aware of what is important and what's not important, and that material things really don't mean much of anything to us. I mean, if it doesn't provide something of, you know, improves our life, and it's just a thing, it's not something we even think about anymore. We don't go shopping, you know. It's hard to buy gifts for each other because we have what we need, and what makes us, you know, enjoy life is experiences and going out and doing things. But just having objects is, I don't know, we used to have a lot of stuff.
Well, as one does when they have a home, you know, it's just you have the space, so you fill it.
Yeah.
But
now we just have Pistol Girl.
Yeah, she's the best. She's doing great. Her eye's doing great. They're still a little tearing, but that's par for the course, so everything's fine there. Looking ahead to this spring and summer, like I mentioned, we're going to be back on the West Coast. I think we're going to be traveling up into Washington for a bit. Got some things going on up there, and then we have that property in Oregon, and we may, I don't know that we'll get to build on it this summer, but we might drop a well in anyway. Already has septic and power there, so if we put a well, kind of get a little spot situated where we can have some friends over and camp, and we'll be doing that. We'll be hanging out on the coast. I want to have a fun summer with my nephew, who will be 11. And I haven't had a summer with him in a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. So we're just going to be chilling out in the Pacific Northwest for a few months for sure this summer.
And we're going to be back to our regularly schedule. Well, it's not really a schedule. We're going to start putting up more videos again.
Regularly unscheduled program.
Yeah.
How about that?
We've not filmed a lot. Irene has been, you know, doing lots of quick cell phone videos that go up to our Patreon for our family and friends there to keep them up to date, and more real-time stuff of what we're doing.
Yeah.
But as far as the time it takes to make a YouTube video and put it up, we've just been so busy with family and friends that we just kind of took a short break. And
looking to the immediate future, like we mentioned, this van is for sale. It's on RV Trader. I'll post the link in the description and probably in the comments, and then I'll end the video with some photos here. But depending on where we're at with the sale of the van, we may be headed to the Tampa RV show. Now that's coming up quick, so we'd love to do a meet and greet there somewhere. We'll figure that out if we go, so we're not committing yet, and it would be that last weekend, like the 17th, 18th
ish, that weekend.
Yeah. So look for that, but if we have some sale going on with the van, then we're probably not going to make it over there, so that is just going to be dependent on what's going on with this. But we'd love to have a little meetup somewhere. So we're kind of in a weird limbo thing with this van for sale, and if it sells, then we don't have a van. We're gonna have to go rent a car. And our friends Brian and Chris here in Palm Coast have graciously let us use their pool house, and we're gonna store some stuff there, and they said we can stay there as long as we want. So I can't thank them enough for that, just having that peace of mind knowing that we have that as a backup plan if this van sells. Has been a huge weight off our shoulders, not knowing what we're going to be doing. So
life's an adventure.
Yeah,
you know,
life's an adventure. We're just winging it. And so the next few days we're going to be leaving out of Palm Coast. We might hit a couple harvest hosts, and then we're headed to see some friends in Central Florida. So stay tuned for that, and we'll catch you on the other side.
Is that it?
That's it.
Carry on.
Carry on.